Hi guys, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by again. So today we want to talk about the watch market that has passed away. The watch market that has died. Guys, the watch market hasn't died. The watch market hasn't passed away. I mean, what is everybody talking about? I've watched a couple of videos and I spoke to a few people and they're saying the watch market is dead. The watch market has gone. It's passed. Sell your watches. Get rid of everything. Nothing matters. Watches are a thing of the past. Guys, if you go to my initial videos where I started my YouTube channel, my main message was NOP, never overpay. My message was not to pay premiums, not to pay so much money for these watches. I saw these cheaper watches, cheaper brands, very good quality, but on the lower end watches go for high amounts of money. They exploded from $200 to $500, $600, $700, $800. I suddenly was selling Seikos for $500, Seikos that I paid $80, $90. Example, one of them that I'm wearing right now. So it was just a hype. The watch market is not dead, guys. The watch market, it did its correction. The watch market came down to where it's supposed to be. Now it's time to have fun. Now the watch market didn't get rid, but it's going to get rid of everybody that was doing watches for the value. It's going to become a market for geeks. It's going to become a market for people that appreciate the watches for being a watch and not for being a retention of value. This is where we want to be in the watch market. This is where we want our pieces, our watches to be at, not an investment. Now, a lot of you guys, and you might deny it, but a lot of you guys, the main reason for buying a watch was the value. It retained value. Look at the videos. Look, not in my channel, but in all the 300 watch channels there is. The main focus is value retention, going up in value, going up through the roof. Guys, a lot of these videos were made from people that are, I respect them. I like that they had the guts to come out on YouTube and make videos, but they're not watch dealers. They're not watch people. I mean, they got into the hype. They're too young to have seen the trends. They're too young in the watch community to have seen how watches came from this level to this level and now coming back to a level where they're supposed to be. They came in the hype of the watch community. They came into the hype in the explosion of watches where I had Walthams that I couldn't sell for $25, selling for $250. I had Timex. When they decided to name a Timex Merlin or whatever, Marley or whatnot, they were selling for $100, guys. Timex. So these were watches I couldn't give away at one point. Did I take advantage of this? Of course I did. Of course. I mean, I stopped buying Rolex. Why? Because there was no profit. Why was I going to invest $5,000 on a Rolex and sell it for $5,200? Not because it wasn't worth it, but everybody knew its value. Now, nobody was going to leave, beef on that bone on a Rolex, but on Timex, I was buying Timex for $10 and selling them for $100. I was buying Seikos for $100 and selling them for $300. Did I take advantage of the hype? Of course. I'd be silly not to. I hope you took advantage of it too. Now those $300 Seikos, they're back to $100, guys. And they're coming back and they're dropping fast. So all of those channels that are saying these are gaining in value, they're going up through the roof. They have no idea what they're talking about. They haven't been in it this long. They haven't been in it for 20 years, to see where the watch market has gone, ups and downs and ins and outs. They don't know about that. You know, they got in it when the YouTube revolution, that's what I call it, and a few of my watch friends call it, the YouTube revolution, where we were all smiling. You know, if one of the popular channels broadcasted a certain watch, I'll name Timex again. If they broadcasted Timex, and that channel was they were getting 50, 60,000 views. You know what all the watch guys were doing? We were going out hunting for those $10 watches where we knew where to get them, because they got 40, 50, 60,000 views on that watch. We knew that it was going to be an instant popular watch for the month and a half, whatever it took. You know, so we were buying $10 watches with $5 straps, putting it on eBay, putting it on their websites, and this is what all the jewelers, all the guys that were looking for watches to flip. That's what we were all doing. You know, Rolex is the name of the game, sure. You know, but you want me to tell you how many Rolex I have? I've showed you. Look at my videos down here. You know, the majority of Rolex I had are Datejust and Date, because those were the cheapest ones with the smallest investment. I'll have 10 at a time. I'll have 10 at a time, and that's still having, you know, $20,000 locked into Rolex, but there's no profit in there. So what do? You know, I let everybody fight over them. I let everybody do their Rolex, you know, Submariner value retention. It went up because it has a two-line red, you know, two-line red Submariner. It'll go up $3,000. It's going to come down, guys. Rolex, it's the next one to come down. It's going to come down very, very, very slowly. Don't expect it to be, you know, coming down that quick, but it will correct itself as well. You know, so, but out of all of the watches, Rolex is the one that's going to keep more its value. You know how hard it is right now to sell a $20,000 Patek Philippe? You know, you're going into these stores, you know why they don't have them? Because they're not going to lock up $20,000 for a $250, $300 profit and have the watch sitting for a year or two. You know, those watches, you know, the majority of small jewelries, the majority of small dealers are going to look away, because it's a lot of money tied up, not a lot of profit. We'll leave those for the big boys that have, you know, large inventories. They could afford to do that. A lot of us that are dealing with watches, that you see the pages on eBay, that you see the pages on Chrono, that you see the pages on Facebook, we're buying watches that we see that are going to have instant popularity. Like I say, we track all the big channels. That's what we do. We track the channels, and whatever they talk about, and whatever watch, if it's in the cheaper end, you know, we'll go out, we'll get a few of those, and we know it's a sure sell for the next week or two. You know, so, but the watch market, guys, it's not dead. It's just going to start to be fun. You know, dress, Omegas, they're coming down from $500, $600, $700, $800 back to the $200, $300 range. You know, all these other smaller brands, not smaller brands, but brands that don't compete with Rolex, because it is a Rolex market right now. So all the smaller brands, all the chronographs are coming down, and which I like a lot. I like a lot. You know, I chronographs, that's a personal passion of mine, chronograph watches. So those watches, I had a few that I purchased for $80, $90, $100, and they were selling for upwards of $500, guys. And now they're coming into the $250 range. And if you would have seen some of these other bigger channels, they would say, you can't touch this watch for $500. I would go insane. I would go insane and say, I just got one for $200. I just got one for $180. But as soon as they made the video about old chronographs going to $1,000, guess what? The next week or following week, those watches were trading for $800, $900. So the game is ending. You guys are getting too smart, too knowledgeable, and the majority of you guys are sick of paying high prices for watches that don't merit high prices. Datejust, I saw they just go from $1,000 to $1,500 to $2,500 to $3,000 within a matter of 6, 7, 8 months, guys. There's millions and millions and millions of Datejust. Show me a rare Datejust. But they started naming the dial. They started saying it has a Buckley dial. Now, this is new to me. This was all new to a lot of the jewelry selling watches. You know, but we went with it. Oh yes, we did. You know, it's a Buckley dial. Yes, it is. You know, we just did a little bit of research. What was a Buckley dial? What the new watch community was calling it, and we went with it, and we were happy with it. You know, but that's why my message for a long time was NOP, never overpay, because I saw a lot of you guys paying enormous amounts of money for these watches, and I knew you were going to get hurt. And here comes the time where if you paid $4,000 for a Datejust, you know what's going to happen? You're going to lose half of that investment. Watches are coming down, but it does not mean that the watch market is dead. The watch market is correcting. The watch market is coming into a point where everybody can enjoy almost any type of watch. It's coming to the watch market is coming down to a level, and will come down to a level where you and me could trade a Submariner again for $5,000. It will be there. A lot of you are not going to agree with me, but believe me, it will be there. I made a similar video like this a few months ago, and the majority of the comments were watches are just coming up. Watches are just shooting through the roof. Okay, so that's what happens, guys. But I just wanted to make this video for everybody that's out there, you know, trying to salvage a little bit of what they spend on watches, saying that it's dead, saying that they're unsellable anymore. Yes, it is. It's coming down. Everybody's after the Rolex right now. Eventually, even the Rolex hype will come down. Believe me. It hasn't been this size in, well, ever since I've been in the jewelry business. You know, I've seen, you know, styles go in and out. I remember when I was 11, 12 years old, Juvenias, 18 karat gold Juvenias. My dad couldn't keep them in stock. You know, he had 10 Rolex and no Juvenias because everybody was looking for the solid gold, big, thick Juvenia. The big crosses, the anchors. I remember the anchors with the crucifix of Jesus. Those would sell like hotcakes, guys. Who wants them now? So, you know, I know trends come in and out. I know that it's difficult to get that. My watch probably won't be worth that much. And I know that a lot of you guys say the first thing that'll come to mind is I didn't buy it for the value. But I want to say whoever says I didn't buy it for a value, a lot of you guys are honest, but a lot of you guys are kidding yourselves. You bought it because it was a value retention. And I personally sold watches where the wife was on the side and would say, the husband would tell the wife, they're going up in value, we should buy it. You know, like making it more of an investment as of a fun piece. So I seen it, and what can I say? You know, I made the other video like Harley Davidson. It was up in the sky. You couldn't buy them. A used Harley was the same price as a new Harley. People were paying premiums. People were doing anything to get their hands on a Harley. There was a waiting list at the dealer, and now it's just two wheels collecting dust in a garage. So guys, that's what everything is. That's the watch market today, and don't think it's dead. It's just about to get fun, guys. So guys, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And if you like this video, please subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.